Hello.
Hi, Seth.
Hi, Mary.
Do you ever watch Seinfeld?
Yes.
You know how he used to be like Newman, and he would do that like fist thing, be like
Newman. Yeah.
Newman. When Carmen showed back up and she was like drawing those stupid little drawings, I was like, Carmen. It
that's
was
what
like involuntary.
that's what Ashley thought too. Carmen.
Totally, yeah. That is what Ashley thought.
Yeah, what's she doing back, man? I mean, really, did we need Carmen back?
She's ruining everyone's lives. I think it's because Jonica was a bust as far as like destroying everyone's world. So Carmen will just come in and fill that role.
Hurricane Carmen.
Yeah, totally. Wait, can I ask you one of my stupid boy questions that I always ask you?
Yes.
When Chelsea comes over to give Glenn the friend speech,
Yeah.
he's all, make it quick, and then he's like, couldn't you just call me? Like, did you have to come over here to do this? I thought the whole thing was that you're not supposed to call, and you're supposed to do it in like, that's how girls want it, at least. That's what I'm told.
Yeah. So what you're asking me is, do boys really want you to come over and break up with them, or would you rather?
Yeah, are they all like, would they rather just get a text or a phone call, or what?
I think it depends on the relationship.
Yeah.
I think in Glenn's case, that surprises me as Glenn in that case. I think he was just being kind of an ass because he was mad. But I'm sure there are the times when like the dude's like, oh man, I wish this woman would break up with me. Oh, I can't do it myself. Is she gonna dump me or what? And then he gets the text. He's like, yes. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me. But yeah, and I think in general, it's nice to give them the courtesy of stopping by.
Yeah.
But no one
Yeah.
stops by anymore. Do people stop by? I've never stopped by.
Apparently Chelsea does.
Someday I've got to think of a girl question to ask you. I never have girl questions to ask. What does that say
You're
about
just
me?
you're just incurious about girls.
No, it's because I have you all figured out. And yeah, years ago. By the time I was 15, I had it all figured out.
Awesome. Degrassi.
Yeah.
Peter's like a good boyfriend now.
I don't trust him. It's a scheme. He's got some plan. It's like he's like on step 5 of some 27-step plan to somehow show people me his boobs or something.
Do you think Do you think he's really devious enough to like think that far ahead?
No, I don't. I just, you know how it is. You know the thing about Peter, no one pouts better than Peter, or Jamie Johnson, depending on how you want to put it. Like when his mom got mad at him and he went and laid down on the couch, it was like, he's a world-class pouter.
It's the pout of like a boy who's gotten everything he wants in life by pouting and has perfected it.
It's true.
Probably works with girls too. Didn't he kind of pout with Darcy about sex at some point? I don't know.
Probably. Does that work with girls? There's my girl question for you. Does pouting work?
Does pouting get you? No.
Right.
The answer is no.
What about poor Holly J? I shouldn't say poor Holly J, because really it's her own. She's caught up in her own web of deceit and evil. But I feel a little bad for her.
Poor pitiful Holly J. No, I do feel bad. I'm starting to feel like she's one of the most tragic figures we've ever had on Degrassi. On like a lot of levels. But
she's certainly poised to be. Yeah, it certainly seems like at any point it could turn into a complete Holly J disaster for her.
Actually, I guess JT was the most tragic figure in the history of Degrassi. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, well, she did get like murdered and stuff, but you know.
Right. Holly J got her credit card taken away. So. Actually, I shouldn't mock though, because I actually felt for her when her mom told her she couldn't go to the concert, because I was remembering like one time in high school when I got grounded from going to see a concert, and like how much that sucked. Like when you're going to a concert, like you're planning it and you're so psyched, and like she's going on this date with this guy she likes, and you're so looking forward to it, and then to have it taken away, like it was bad enough when I had it taken away due to my own stupidity,
right?
But when it's just totally out of your hands and it's just like, oh, the stock market crashed, so you can't go to that concert, like that blows. I feel bad.
It's true, it does blow.
Well, I seem to remember Charlotte Arnold being a lot more pleasant than Holly J, so let's call her.
Yeah, Charlotte, I was in V-side with Charlotte. Well, we talked to Charlotte before, and we know she's nice, and I was in V-side with her, and she's cool. So,
oh, that's right.
I think it's like when she puts the ponytail up, the evil comes out.
Just sucks all the evil.
For people who saw The Curse of Degrassi, in her eyes, turn black and that whole thing. The truth is that like that's actually what happens when she puts her ponytail up, and they actually have to change it to make them normal every week.
Oh man, let's call her before this devolves any further.
All right, that's a good idea.
Hello?
Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
Hi, it's Mary and Seth calling from the.com.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I just woke up a little while ago.
Oh, nice. Just for the record, it's like 3 p.m. Is that?
I know. I had school early this week, so I came home and took a nap.
Oh, that's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So wait, what class did you have today?
Today I had online journalism. I'm in journalism school.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I think we talked about that.
Yeah. Totally.
So I had my online journalism class today, just basically learning how to write for the internet.
Interesting. What did they tell you?
It's kind of cool actually. We do classes in all sorts of journalism, like written, online, broadcast. So you kind of just learn for the specific medium, and in this case, it's just like writing with lots of short, attention-grabbing headlines and things that would look good on the internet.
Okay. I was wondering if they have like special rules for,
It's kind of, they're making it up as they go.
Yeah.
Mary and I have a lot of good rules for writing for the internet. Use the word "like" a lot.
And awesome. We're very big on awesome.
Yeah. Make up new words whenever you can. That's a good one.
Nice. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
Use a picture if you can instead of actually having to write anything. That helps a lot too.
So, have you ever had a job I know you've been acting since you were little, so like have you ever had like a waiting tables kind of job or anything like that?
Never. Actually, the closest I've come to that is my dad used to be a manager at a Shoppers Drug Mart. So when I was a lot younger, like 5, 6, 7, sometimes I'd come like behind the cashier and learn how to use the cash register and stuff when I was younger. So that's probably the closest I've come.
You know it's a felony in America
I don't have to work 9 to 5
doing the cash register.
I know. Actually, I remember one time some woman coming up and like yelling at the girl who was doing cash at that time, saying about child labor and blah, blah, blah. And it really was like so much more innocent than that. I was just like pressing the buttons.
I love that she thought you were like being exploited.
I know, it was so funny.
If you had to get like a totally, like after schooly kind of job, what would be your ideal after schooly kind of job?
I know for sure that I wouldn't want to work in food, so probably I guess in clothes if I had to pick.
Okay.
I'd probably work at the mall or something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to work in food for sure, because from what I've heard, it kind of ruins the taste of that place forever. So
I did that for a while. I worked in men's pants. I sold at a department store for a while when I was in high school and college. And thinking back, I hated it at the time, but thinking back on it now, it actually really wasn't that bad. I got like a gold star once for doing something.
That's good. Get your picture up on the wall and employee of the month.
No, I didn't actually get my picture on the wall. I would have liked to though, but that would have been a big.
Yeah, I was just thinking like I sold shoes in college, and it did not sour me on shoes. So I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Right. And I still wear pants.
Did you get a good? Hey, there you go.
Oh, wait, we were talking to Ray Ablack last week.
Yay.
He was saying that he's an intern at Epitome.
Yeah.
He said it was like him and one other person. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, Scott. Scott Patterson just started doing the internship as well. He plays Johnny.
So wait, Johnny DeMarco is an intern?
He is, yep. He's running around doing errands and whatnot.
Do you ever make him fetch you coffee?
No, that's not really in our jurisdiction. But we do give him a hard time a little bit. He has a pretty sweet gig though, because they get a lot more info like ahead of time than the rest of us. So usually all the secrets get leaked to the interns, and then we have to kind of bug them to find out what is going on behind the scenes.
That totally rules.
Wow, so they can like hold that over your head.
Exactly. Or they can throw in little hints to the writers that maybe Holly J should, get killed off or something. So I have to be careful.
I can see that when they're doing your photocopying, they're like, "Oh, I'm so going to kill her."
Yeah, they could really mess with you. They could like make up some fake scripts and hand them out.
I'm trying to keep them on my good side.
Do you still hang out with Jake Goldsby?
Yeah, actually, I think he's coming back to Toronto this weekend. He lives in Montreal, so we don't really get to see him too much, but he comes back every couple of weeks, and we try and all meet up for coffee or something. So I think he's coming back this weekend. Looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, the last time we talked, first of all, the last time we talked, we were talking about how Holly J had like absolutely no redeeming qualities.
Right.
It was like that episode was like the first time she showed like a glimmer of softness, and then it promptly went away. But like, I feel like this season, she's like steadily becoming this more and more tragic figure. Like I feel more and more sorry for her.
Yeah. It's all kind of, she's losing it all this season. There's a couple, I guess, curveballs thrown at her during this year. So she's slowly becoming a little bit more human, chipping away at that scary exterior and showing her softer side, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Is it more fun to play or less fun?
I like that they keep, even though Holly J's obviously in tough times and she's kind of getting thrown for a loop, she still has her same sarcastic comments to kind of throw in there whenever she can. So I like that she's not just someone to feel sorry for. She kind of, where she can, she musters up her confidence and can throw out those same insults as before, which is, I like that. Yeah, I still get to be mean.
You know what just occurred to me is that there's a parallel there with Paige, because early on in Degrassi, Paige was very much just like the mean girl. And then a lot of bad stuff started happening to Paige, and then she developed into the character and then became, Paige. So this should be good for you. You've got who knows what's coming next.
Yeah.
But the other thing I love is that it's not even just that bad stuff is happening to her. Like, the whole thing with her putting Lose My Virginity on her to-do list was, like, that whole episode and like, kind of the difficulty. It's almost like she's a little bit socially inept. Like, she doesn't really know how to connect with people at all. And, like, I was really feeling sorry for her. And that's just always been the case. Like, she's always been like that.
Yeah, I guess the way she thinks of herself is a lot different than how she comes across. And as she starts to realize throughout the course of the show that people really don't like her, that becomes more and more obvious. She kind of has to soften up a little bit and find her way. And obviously with Blue, she's kind of trying to pursue that side of herself. So, yeah, she's terribly awkward, and I feel bad for her too. But slowly but surely.
Is she ever gonna let her hair down?
God, I hope so. I've heard that this is gonna happen for me, and I'm pretty excited because I hate that ponytail. Sam hated it too, and then hers went, and man, oh man, I'm excited for the day when I never have to do that again.
I love how that rumors like that circulates the writers' room. Like we're gonna let Holly J put her hair down. It's like, whoa, I don't know if we're ready for this. We might have to wait till season 10.
Oh my God, I hope not. I've had enough.
A very special Degrassi. Holly J.
Raymond's always saying that it'll be a slow motion shot of me letting my hair down unexpectedly in the middle of school.
Shaking it out. Wait, but back to Holly J being a totally mean girl. So the whole gossip thing, like the moment where she chooses to like talk crap about Mia on TV, which was amazing, and then later when she's kind of watching herself and like you can see her or you kind of wondering like, why did I do that? Like, I don't get why I did that. Have you ever gossiped about anybody or been the target of gossip or?
Oh, I'm on Perez Hilton every day, so I'm totally that person. I try not to let things slip out, but I think everyone has a moment, not quite as, like I've never done what Holly J's done, obviously, and sold someone out on purpose like that, but sometimes when you're talking to someone, things can slip out and you could be like, I should have kept that one in. But I think gossip's pretty natural. Everyone does it in some ways, and yeah, I've been gossiped about too, and it can hurt, but as long as everyone doesn't take any gossip too seriously, I think everyone's okay.
Yeah.
No one gets hurt.
That's a good point. I've like seen studies where it actually shows that it's good for you because it helps you bond with people, and it's kind of like our our ancient habits. It's sort of like real life soap operas where we learn about human behavior by talking about other
Okay,
people.
that sounds like something that maybe we tell ourselves to.
Yeah, I saw the study
a little bit
that
better.
says that eating lots of chocolate cake while you're sitting on the couch is also really good for you. So I think it's fine.
I'm dead serious. But
I
anyway.
like the sound of that study.
So, okay, so what is up with studying journalism? Do you want to be a Perez Hilton someday, or do you want to?
Probably not Perez Hilton. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm just kind of taking it all in right now and trying not to worry myself of what I'm going to end up doing right at this second. But I'm really loving learning about all the different types of journalism, and especially what's going on right now in the news. Obviously, there's a lot of kind of interesting stuff to talk about, and I've been all tuned into CNN nonstop, so I'm doing my little bit of research, and I don't know where I'll end up. I still obviously will stay with Degrassi as long as they'll have me, and keep acting for as long as I can, but journalism is definitely something that has a lot of my interest, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I was going to say it's a really interesting time to be studying journalism because I guess the advent of the internet is changing things, but also the news is starting to kind of coalesce into these like left versus right sort of factions instead of even trying to be objective anymore.
Yeah.
Like, are they kind of talking about that in school a lot and like what decisions you have to make about?
One of my first classes was focused a lot on ethics, so they talked about kind of keeping yourself impartial, and that's like it should be the bottom line of journalism, right? Is to be the impartial person who gets stuff out there to the public, and especially with like blogs and getting on the internet, everyone has an opinion now, and it becomes a lot more about opinion than fact. So it's just about finding that balance, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Do you where do you go to for your most objective? Is it CNN basically? You feel
lately it has been. I've never been a CNN fan, but lately, yeah, totally. I've been watching it nonstop. Other than that, I guess I'm kind of one of the only people who still uses newspapers. I don't know.
CNN's got those holograms now.
Isn't that so weird?
Help me, Campbell Brown. You're my only hope.
Exactly.
Wait, were people in Canada actually watching the U.S. election like in real time on CNN? Were they? Like,
Oh yeah.
Really?
I was tuned in right to the last second, like watching every state get called, and I was totally in. And I actually I commute to school every day, so I take the train. And on the train back, right before that stuff started gearing up, I was talking to a friend about the election and what I hoped would happen, and all these people on the train started just chiming in and telling me what they thought, how excited they were to get home and watch it all on TV. So yeah, we've all been tuned right in.
And you guys just had an election a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah, and ours was pretty pathetic. It was the lowest voter turnout ever in Canada.
Oh, no way.
It's kind of the polar opposite of what's going on in the States. It's really weird.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they got some work to do in Canada too.
Wait, speaking of Canada and how different it is, you guys have your Thanksgiving in October, and this is a totally stupid question, but that's what I'm here for. How do you guys know when to start shopping for Christmas if you don't have Thanksgiving in November?
Because here, good question. Here they put up the Christmas stuff the day after Halloween, pretty much.
Oh,
so. I know, it's ridiculous. It's so obscenely early, but yeah, pretty much the second Halloween's done, the store just moves right into Christmas mode. So,
actually, to be perfectly honest, that happens here now too. It wasn't like that a couple years ago, but now, yeah, Halloween is pretty much when Christmas starts.
I'm actually coming down for your Thanksgiving though, and shopping in New York, and that's when I'm starting my Christmas shopping.
Nice.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. You're going to have so much fun. Sales are going to be good this year, too.
Last year I did that, too, but I only bought clothes for myself. So.
Hey, that's what the holidays are all about.
You're allowed to do that this year, and you can just say, I'm helping the economy.
Exactly. Perfect.
I know. I always end up buying, one for me, one for you.
Yeah, I know.
When I do my holiday shopping. All right. Thank you so much for talking to us today, Charlotte.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure, and have fun shopping.
Thanks.
Yeah, I hope you stop by and visit when you're in New York.
Yeah, I will. I will do.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
See you later.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, I guess this is our last podcast before Charlotte Arnold goes shopping in New York, but B, before Thanksgiving. Americania Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the American Thanksgiving. I wonder if I should invite her over. She's going to be in our country and everything.
Totally.
It's not courteous
turkey drumsticks
to do
and
like,
pumpkin
hey,
pie.
if someone comes to America, we have to invite them over for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, isn't that in the Constitution or something?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like Article 8. All right. Well, I'll send her an email.
Get on that.
Okay. Have a good Thanksgiving, Mary. I'll talk to you.
Too.
I'll talk to you on what's it called? Black Friday.
Yeah.
I hate calling it Black Friday because it always sounds like there's some tragedy that's gonna happen that day if I call it that. But.
The tragedy on my credit card.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
See you later, Mary.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.